Hello everyone and welcome back to the Unexplored Mojave. Today we're going to be checking out H&H Tool Company. Now this is a location that was requested by the Folly 7 and Certain Fruit. So thank you both so much for the recommendation, and this was a really cool location to check out. I vaguely knew about this location, but I didn't know about all of the lore that was connected to it. So one of the first big things is that H&H Tools was owned by Anthony House, who was the half-brother of Robert House, of course the owner of Robco Industries and one of the major factions within Fallout New Vegas. Now, Robert and Anthony House had a very bad relationship despite being brothers. When their father tragically died in an accident, Anthony House swindled Robert House out of his entire fortune, and so Robert House had to restart and was a self-made man. And because of this, Anthony House became incredibly paranoid for the rest of his life, and we can see evidence of that paranoia still in the Mojave Wasteland at H&H Tools. So heading inside to H&H Tools, we will find various terminals scattered around this decaying building. And these terminals give a lot of evidence as to Anthony House's poor mental status. So for example, on this terminal we can see 3 HR emails that show just how far Anthony House had deteriorated. Effective immediately, the following company policies are in place. 1. All cameras are forbidden in office areas and on the factory floor. 2. No more than 3 employees are permitted to the break rooms at any time. 3. In accordance with the wishes of management, all bathrooms have been sealed off and walled over. Employees are requested to attend all waste disposal needs before or after work hours. If you have any questions about these policies, please email Human Resources. Thank you. Cindy Lou Krebs, H&H Tools, Human Resources. Hello again, everybody. Mr. H has requested that the following rules be added to the H&H Tools employee policies. Please note that these rules are effective immediately. 1. Employees will conduct all spoken language business in English. Yes, this includes dealing with international clients. 2. Rooftop access is strictly prohibited. 3. All employees must submit to random DNA screenings to isolate the traitor gene. Cindy Lou Krebs, H&H Tools Human Resources. Hello fellow H&H employees. Mr. H has asked me to pass on the details of our new security systems. This is very important, so please read it and confirm via email that you understand the procedures. 1. Automated heavy turrets have been installed in both cubicle areas. The central catwalk and outside Mr. H's office, you must have your ID pass on you at all times or the turrets will open fire, and we certainly don't want that, do we? Remember, no sudden movements until you hear the click. That means the turret has recognized your ID signature and you're safe to pass. 2. Employees must submit at least one of the following on the first payday of each month. 1 vial of blood, 20 nail clippings, toenail or fingernail is fine, but not a mix of both. 1 lock of hair or a 5 square centimeter skin sample. These samples will be retained for monitoring purposes. 3. Any employee seen to be cohabitating, colluding, or cogitating with any of the following groups will be terminated immediately. Foreigners, masons, carpenters, tragic players, illegal aliens, extraterrestrials, or the Flemish. If you see Mr. H in the halls, do not make eye contact. Making eye contact with Mr. H will be seen as an attempt to steal his thought energy and will be grounds for immediate dismissal. Yes, even if Mr. H is wearing his special hat. Thank you all for your patience with our little reorganization. Now, get out there and make the best gosh darn tools in the West. Cindy Lou Krebs, H&H Tools, Human Resources. And on this terminal we can find a hidden area which has a journal entry from Anthony House which reads, "It's worse than I feared. Henderson sent out a 10-point memo outlining the benefits of mechanization and automation. As if I wouldn't know he's been plotting with my half-brother the entire time. I knew he was a weasel dick traitor from the moment I laid eyes on him. Only one thing to do. One thing in the company, my father's legacy, is safe forever. Cindy Lou will bring him into me, and then I'll make an example. The bastard will learn why you don't cross the house. So as we can clearly see, Anthony House was extremely paranoid, enacting all kinds of extremely harsh policy to control his employees because he really believed his half-brother, Robert House, was plotting against him. Now inside the kitchen we can find large stashes of food that the player can still take, and littered throughout this facility are traps. So here we have some frag mines, a shotgun trap, all kinds of things, along with crazed Mr. Handies. So definitely be careful if you visit this place. If we continue investigating some of the terminals, we can see that a lot of the employees are obviously talking about the changes, and they are not happy with it. This email is titled, "What the Jumping Monkey Fuck?" and it reads, "Are you out of your mind? You think they aren't monitoring emails? Don't send that seditious shit my way." So obviously the employees are bickering at each other because they don't want to get in trouble. And if you don't know, the benefits at H&H Tools were quite good, which is why a lot of employees didn't want to quit. They had good pay and good benefits. And in the next room where there was a turret, we can find a lot of office cubicles along with more terminals. Now, I don't really want to go through all of the terminals, but on this terminal, we can find out that a few of the employees, 2 men and a woman, were having an affair. The woman was sleeping with both men, despite the fact that one of them, at least, was married. So we can see some office shenanigans going on. And then over here, we can see another turret that we can easily destroy. And then we can find the terminal from which that first email was sent, "What the Jumping Monkey Fuck?" And the original email read, "Bob, have you seen these new HR rules? What the hell is going on here? I swear, if this place didn't have great benefits, I'd be out of here. Jack." And a big theme throughout all of these terminals, of course, is employees concerned about the new rules. And you can obviously see that they start to notice that their boss is having psychological issues. Now there's also some robo-brains in here that we can destroy, and then more mines. So be careful of these because this one actually blew up. I failed to disarm it. On the second floor we can find Anthony House's office. So after disarming some more mines, we can find like his reception area. And on this terminal, we can also access a hidden network, which has some interesting emails from Anthony House. And this one simply reads, "Cindy Lou can no longer save me." So obviously, Anthony House was really kind of off his rocker towards the end, and he didn't trust anyone. Now, within his office, we can actually find a Lucky 38 VIP key card, and this will grant you access to Robert House's sealed chamber, where he's keeping himself alive. And we can also find an average locked terminal. So upon unlocking the terminal, we can of course find some very interesting journal entries from Anthony House. This one reads, "As the years rail on, I find myself missing Father's advice more and more. I wonder if he would be proud of the decisions I've made. But no, such second guessing does me no good. I won't be weighed down by the past, and I won't waste energy on ancient family history, especially when that history isn't really family at all." The next one reads, "I'm beginning to mistrust Henderson. I think he's conspiring with my bastard half-brother to seize the company. I built this company. Damn it, I won't be ousted by some Johnny-come-lately fancy college man with his robots and his degrees. I've asked Cindy Lou to keep an eye on him, to monitor his email for suspicious activity." And the last entry reads, "They've all turned against us, haven't they? Cindy Lou is right. I've had no choice. May God forgive me for what I've done. All my employees, all those people I thought loyal friends. Was I wrong? Am I crazy? I've scattered this journal across all the terminals in the office, just in case. They won't take me without a fight. As soon as I finish this entry, I'm activating the security systems. If you're reading this and you're American, God bless the USA. If you're reading this and you're my brother, see you in hell. Alexander House." Now, I researched and tried to find out why it says Alexander House and not Anthony House, but this could be a mistake by the developers, or it just shows his mental degradation. So, not really sure which it is, but obviously we can see his mental deterioration over time thanks to these journal entries. And on the second floor cubicles, we can find more terminals with entries from Anthony House, one of which reads, "No more haircuts, no more trims. They can use it to steal your thought energy with their eyes. I have a special hat that stops them though. Special hat and special shotgun. Father, why have you stopped talking to me? You always loved him best, didn't you? So again, we can just see that Anthony House was crazy. Now on the other terminal in this room, we can see some more information about the affair that was going on between some of the co-workers at H&H Tools. But besides that, there's not a whole lot on this floor, but nonetheless a very interesting place. Now before we end this video, I wanted to cover some more interesting information about H&H Tools. So H&H Tools in Fallout, New Vegas is based on the real-world Hughes Tool Company, which was founded by Howard Hughes Sr., who was the father of Howard Hughes Jr. Now, Howard Hughes Jr. is the more famous Howard Hughes, who Robert House was based on. So the Hughes Tool Company was a real company, but eventually it was sold off and it no longer exists. Now also we can see a striking resemblance between the Hughes Tool Company and H&H Tools logo. Here we can see H&H Tools and then of course Hughes Tool Company. Huge resemblance between the logos. So a really cool place to visit and I would recommend checking it out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for the next video, please post them in the comment section below. Until next time.